Hello and welcome to Glittershinenails. I love taking requested manis, and in my bright spring floral mani I recently created. The lovely Tracy asked if I could create a Hawaiian themed mani with a peaches and cream theme to it. She also gave me the gel polishes that she wanted me to use, which is just amazing. So in this video I'll be creating a peaches and cream Hawaiian theme mani, and as always there is a list of products that I'm using along with my direct link to the Kiki London website and my discount for you to use as well in the description box below. Before we get started, please subscribe to my channel and make sure you have the bell notification on, and please like this video. These things really do help out my channel. Thank you. So I've prepped my nails and I've also applied a layer of the Peel Off base coat to my nails, and I'm going to be using the new Kiki London 96 watt UV and LED lamp for curing. Now I won't be giving curing times as I'm still having a play around with them. This lamp is currently out of stock, but you can be added to the waiting list for stock is due to be latest of mid-June, and I'll leave the information for that in the description box for you. So I'm going to be adding a layer of the rubber base coat from Kiki London. I don't normally do this step because I have overlays on and it's not needed, but I thought I would start adding this layer. However, I won't be capping the free edge. This is just easier if I don't with the peel off base coat, but I would recommend capping the layers. So I'll apply a nice even layer to all of the nails and cure in the lamp. This base coat is my favourite from Kiki London. It's a thicker base coat than a usual base coat. It can give extra strength to brittle, thin or splitting nails. If I do get any on my skin, I will use my clean-up brush and isopropyl alcohol, and I have a few wax strips at the side so I can keep my brush clean as well. Please excuse my very dry looking fingers. That's the isopropyl alcohol when I cleaned them before I started, and the cuts on my fingers are from the change of a new file, and it got me good, and that's even with filing the sides as well. So the gel polishes that Tracy wanted me to use was Feelin Peachy from the 2018 spring collection, along with Oh Vanilla, which was from their recent spring 2020 collection. These two colours are amazing together and they are the perfect colour combination. Starting with Oh Vanilla, and I'm going to apply my first coat to the thumb. When I work with paler colours I try to get as even coverage as possible, as paler colours can create a lot of shadowing, and I'm just going to move the gel polish around until I'm happy with the layer. I find sometimes it's better to go in with 3 thinner coats than 2 thicker coats. However, if applying stamping or any artwork over the top, it can be covered over. I will also use my clean-up brush to make the cuticle area nice, neat and tidy. This just helps the nails look more of a cleaner application. Now once that is cured, off camera I've applied 2 coats to the pinky finger, as this nail and the thumb are going to be the same, and then I've just applied 1 coat as a base colour on the middle finger. I'll then add my second coat to the thumb and again cure in the lamp. I did wonder about going in with the 3rd coat, but in the end I decided not to, just because I'm adding a large stamping image so it doesn't have to have the perfect coverage, and I'm one of them that if it has shadowing I can always very easily cover it over. For the index and ring finger I'm going to apply 2 coats of Feelin Peachy, curing each layer in the lamp. In the past I've used Feelin Peachy a lot for spring and summer manis. Now Tracy didn't say if she wanted Hawaiian floral or Hawaiian beach nails, so I've gone with a bit of both. I have used a darker stamping polishes to make this mani work with my skin tone. Feelin Peachy and Oh Vanilla aren't usual colours that I would wear. I will do a second coat off camera so we can move on to the middle nail, as this nail I really want to show how I've created the base colour, as it's something I've never done here on my channel before. But before I do that I will clean with an isopropyl alcohol and wax strip to remove that tacky layer from those 4 nails, giving them a really good clean. So on to the middle finger, and I'm going to be using both Feelin Peachy and Oh Vanilla in an ombre. So there is many different ways to create them, using an ombre brush or a fan brush, makeup sponge, fine detailer brush, the list goes on. For me personally, I've never got on with them, and my preferred way is using a brush like this one. I get them from my local Hobbycraft for under £3 per brush, and they come in different sizes, and this is the smallest. So I'm going to place the Feelin Peachy at the top and bring that halfway down the nail, and then the rest of the nail will be Oh Vanilla. The reason I put the base layer of Oh Vanilla is to give it more opacity. With the brush, and I'll do this in real time, I'm just going to very gently pat and dab the gel to get them to mix together. Now the first layer won't look great, and this is something that I've always found. I'll also use the brush in areas of the nail that need some attention. Now this blend again for this mani doesn't have to be perfect as I'm stamping over the top of it, but you could also use some glitter to make the blend line better. I don't normally do ombres, but after this I might start doing them a bit more because I was really happy with this. And once it's cured in the lamp, I'll repeat the same again. Now I did do some test swatches with and without the first base layer, and for me I found it made the nail look better with it. So the first layer colour is a personal preference. I'll also move the finger around to see how it looks from other angles. The colours of the nails on the other hand are on different nails, except the middle, they are the same. Once I've given that full cure, I will also remove the tacky layer with a wax strip and isopropyl alcohol, and we are ready for some stamping. So I have my usual stamper and scraper along with two stamping polishes, Clear Jelly Stamper 040 Past the Pinot and 077 Lush Leaf. I also have two uberchic stamping plates. The one on the left is Vacation Mode and the one on the right is Beach Please. Both plates have been swatched and reviewed here on my channel very recently. I'm going to start with Beach Please as I'm only using one image, and that is the palm tree design from this plate along with the burgundy stamping polish. This image was the main reason I purchased it, as I thought it was absolutely amazing. Once I've picked up the image, I'm going to remove the excess, but I'm also going to remove a couple of the lines from the bottom of the image. And the reason for this is that I want to see more of that Oh Vanilla at the bottom of the nail. And I will do a full cleanup later on, but this image works really well with the ombre. Moving on to Vacation Mode stamping plate, and for the thumb and the pinky I'm going to do this layered floral design. So with the burgundy I'll stamp the flowers, and then the stems I'll stamp the dark green. Now because I put the base colours on the wrong fingers, I then went on to stamp on the wrong fingers as well. However, it all worked out in the end, and I liked the look of both of the hands, slightly different. Also in my swatch review I was saying that I was having trouble with some of the images, and I decided to try adding more stamping polish as I am quite frugal with it. And I will say I was getting much better pickups, so I'm going to be trying that with some more plates. Now when I lay the dark green down, I will pick one area of the stamp that I know is right, and then I'll slowly lay the stamper down. But if I need to slightly move it, I will. It's quite hard to explain how I do it, so I hope that did make sense. The pinky finger did end up looking quite crowded in the end, but with me using these darker colours for stamping, it makes it more of a wearable mani for me. But you could use lighter colours like a coral instead of the burgundy, and a much lighter green instead of the darker green. Onto the ring finger stamping, and to team it with the other floral nails I'm going for the smaller layered single flower, and I will stamp that twice on the ring finger. Now I did think about doing it 3 times because there was room for it, but in the end I kept it to the 2 to be the same as the other hand. I will say that I like the floral and the beach theme together. It makes it more of an interesting mani, and this type of layering I think is the most simplest to create. With these flowers you could play around with different colours. If you went with the coral as the main flower, you could then add either red, orange or yellow as the stem. But as you can see, there is still plenty of room to add something else if you wanted to. Now with the index finger, it took me a long time to figure out what I was going to add. I didn't want to add anything floral, so this finger is very different. With the dark green, I'm going to stamp the single palm tree in the dark green. I did think about doing the layered palm tree, but I didn't want to add in another stamping colour just for that finger. Once the palm tree is stamped, I'm then going to add the little tuft of grass next to it. I hope it's a tuft of grass anyway, and place that onto the nail right underneath the palm tree. I'll then switch to the burgundy and I'm going to add the sun right up in the top of the nail. As I said, this nail is very different, however I like how they all work together. And that is all the stamping I'm going to be doing for this mani. It's time to clean up and top coat. So off camera I've used some of my tape to remove the excess stamping, and I'm going to use a combination of cotton buds, or you might know them as Q-tips, and my cleanup brush along with my acetone to remove the stamping from my skin. Now with burgundy stamping polishes, they can leave a hint of redness to the skin and nails. This does come away after a while. I will try to remove as much as I possibly can. Now back to the peel off base coat. I wore these for 2.5 days. Now if you have super smooth nails, then add the peel off base coat. It won't last much more than 24 hours, if that. But to make them last longer, take a buffing block and really buff over the nails. This will make the peel off base coat stick to the nails really well and can be worn for a good few days. So great for weekend manis, or if you're like me and get bored of a mani really quickly. So now they're all cleaned up, I'm going to apply a layer of the Kiki London No White Rubber top coat to all of the nails and give them a cure. Now with stamping, it is best to go in with 2 coats. I like to flash cure once I've done each nail and then do a full cure at the end, because stamping can make the top coat separate. I have, however, found that if you go in with a floaty layer, it doesn't seem to separate as much, and I think that's because of it being a rubber system. I've encapsulated glitter with this top coat, so I think it's the best top coat for stamping, and it's also my favourite top coat to use as well. I've personally worn this for 10 days and it still looks great and glossy. As always, I'll clean anything that gets onto my skin. The pink lamp on this lamp is something that I'm still very much getting used to, but I'm absolutely loving how it performs. So once I've applied all of the top coat to the nails and cured, I will remove my glove and apply some cuticle oil, because wow, do my nails really need it. And this is where you'll see the difference between the two hands. But for me, both hands look great. Thank you to Tracy for requesting this mani. I've absolutely loved creating it. I hope you like what I've created. Again, something different from me. Also, if there's any mani theme that you would like to see me do here on my channel, then please, as always, leave me a comment below. I love that these requested videos have really pushed me out of my comfort zone. My mani will be over on my Instagram page in the next few days, along with what products I've used. There is a link in the description box below. If you do come over and see my posts and you like them, please give them a like as well. I would be really grateful. Thank you for viewing my Hawaiian inspired peaches and cream mani tutorial. I hope that you've enjoyed it. If you did, then please give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Comment below. I love to hear from you. Hit that subscribe button and share. Also, don't forget to come over and follow me on my Instagram page at glittershinenails. So until next time, thanks for watching and bye.